Greetings. I'm Bishop Dwayne Royster, Executive Director of Power Interfaith. I'm here at Mother Bethel AME Church, a founding member of our organization, sitting on the oldest piece of land continuously held by African Americans. 13 years ago, Power Philadelphia was founded at Tinley Temple United Methodist Church, which over 2,000 people of faith and moral courage gathered to launch our organization. Since then, we've won raises for workers at the Philadelphia airport, millions of dollars for our public schools, a civilian police oversight committee, and passage of the whole home repair program to help Pennsylvanians repair their homes. I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far. But beloveds, as many of you know from our lived experiences, the deck is still stacked against us. Philadelphia is the economic driver of the state. We pay more in taxes, we have more employed people, votes, and spending power than any other county in Pennsylvania. And yet, we are the poorest big city in the nation. Our schools are crumbling. We are quickly entering a housing crisis, and our minimum wage is still $7.25 an hour, all the while corporations and billionaires extract money from our community. We are told over and over again by politicians there isn't enough money for Philadelphia, that we cannot control our own destiny as a city, and that this is all we'll ever be. This is the myth of scarcity. We're told that this scarcity is the fault of each other and to blame young people, people of color, people from other neighborhoods, and immigrants. We are deeply segregated and separated, left fighting each other while the politicians and billionaires benefit from this us versus them mentality. Corporations like Comcast and 76 DevCorp, Pico and Aramark spend millions to buy our elected officials and lobby both parties to continue to extract from our communities and raise their own profit. Billionaires like Jeff Yaz, the richest man in Pennsylvania, uses his money to rig the political system to work for him. He is the largest spender on elections in PA and also gives significantly to right-wing lobbying groups like the Commonwealth Foundation who fight against funding the public schools. They block increases to the minimum wage and so much more. The Pennsylvania legislature purposely undermines the autonomy of our city by making it illegal for Philadelphia to set its own minimum wage, by keeping $8 billion in a rainy day fund while our public schools are filled with asbestos, and by passing Act 40, which strips almost all power from the democratically elected Philadelphia district attorney. Universities like Penn, Drexel, and Temple have been buying up real estate in black and brown neighborhoods to gentrify our city, while paying no taxes to invest in our schools, our streets, or our homes. The results? While billionaires, universities, and corporations get richer, the rest of us suffer. Wealthy developers build high-rise condos and luxury apartments, resulting in increased rents, mortgages, and displaced residents. Corporations, banks, and billionaires extract wealth from black and brown communities with no investment in our neighborhoods, all while politicians are passing harsh laws and policies that drive the incarceration of our black and brown siblings and do nothing to keep our families safe from the rising gun violence. The Pennsylvania legislature has failed black, brown, poor, and working class students by systematically and chronically underfunding the public school system by an estimated $4.5 to $6 billion. Utility companies are raising our utility rates while drilling and fracking our land, causing increased asthma rates in our neighborhoods, worsening our air quality, and poisoning our communities and planet. All the while, we're told there isn't enough money or resources for all of us to thrive, and that our suffering and misery is our neighbor's fault. We are told that Philadelphia is dangerous, corrupt, and dragging our state down. We are told that the reason we're struggling is because of each other. We're being pitted against each other. This narrative keeps us skeptical and suspicious of each other, isolated in our pain, and allows the forces in power to continue to exploit and profit off our communities. As people of faith and moral courage, we know that scarcity is a myth. Our faith tells us that resources are abundant and we've been given all we need to prosper and thrive. There is enough wealth and resources in our city and state for all of us to live in safe and thriving neighborhoods, for housing to be affordable and accessible for all people, for our schools to be fully and equitably funded, and for all of us to have clean air and water. We reject the story we've been told that we are more different than alike, that our interests are not the same, that our neighbors are to blame. Instead, we are motivated by and called to lead, to make true a vision where all of us, no matter the color of our skin, the faith we practice, how much money we make, or what neighborhood we live in, can thrive and prosper. It will take thousands of Philadelphians from every neighborhood united in a common vision and purpose to shift the political reality of our city. We need to do three things to defeat the system of extraction and the politics of division. First, we need to build bridges across neighborhoods, across lines of faith and race to build real independent political power rooted in our faith communities. Second, we need to engage thousands of our neighbors to become voters in this next election. And third, we need to lead together to enroll hundreds of people as grassroots leaders with us in the struggle for a multiracial democracy in Philadelphia. For our collective vision of a thriving Philadelphia to come true, it will require each of us demonstrating leadership in our own congregations and in our own communities. We're glad you're here. Welcome to Power Interfaith.